Welcome back to Fleet Plays Rule the Waves 3 as Imperial China. So, when last we left off, I was staring down the barrel of this war. And I was, actually, if I'm honest, dreading it. I was actually dreading it. Basically, because I was not sure if we were going to have the clout to actually do this. But now I think we might actually have the ability to. Also, hi, Timu. So, where are we? So, we have the two cruisers that we built during the treaty period. Now, I don't much rate their chances against any of the Russian heavy cruisers, if I'm gonna be... Like, they'll demolish Russian light cruisers. But then again, my light cruisers can do that anyway. Apart from some of their larger ones. And I can't run from most of the Russian light cruisers. And I can't run from the monstrous battle cruisers they actually have. Although, that being said, there is a little caveat to all of this. For one thing, in terms of carrier tonnage, as far as I'm aware, we are much more powerful. Their carriers are much smaller than ours. They only have one large one, and I don't think their large one is in the Far East. If she's not, then Saratoga is the most capable carrier in theatre. And of course, we still have 1st Carrier Division with its motley collection of older carriers. They're a little bit slower than they were, but they should still be capable of shipping aircraft up. Saratoga will be joined in a year by Lexington. Well, she's called Saratoga, but she's now Singnang in... I'm gonna call this one Leaning because, well, Saratoga and Lexington leaning, sealing, and kneeling. But yeah, they're not actually sister ships, but yeah. And the reason she's 41 aircraft is because she's jet capable. And she's going to be stuffed full of light jet fighters. Our 2 battle cruisers are nearly done being rebuilt. And once they have been, we'll have 3 capital ships with missiles. All of our light cruisers have missiles. And some of our most modern destroyers have guided missiles. So we have a very, very heavy missile throw weight for this era. Put these chaps on trade protection. Hello to the 3 viewers who are viewing. Welcome. And then the older destroyers as well. On trade protection. Oh, pardon me. Right, okay, we're pretty much ready. And of course we'll bring the older carriers back into active service. They're gonna be needed. Of course, the real trump card is our large and very modern submarine fleet. In particular, our long-range submarines that can go basically anywhere in the world. And soon we'll have guided missile submarines, and those things are even more terrifying. We still need some more ships to do trade protection. I'm tempted to put my upper cruisers on it. I'm looking at it. They've had rebuilds. They haven't. Yeah, we'll put as many of the older, less capable Anshuns into that as possible. Yeah, they don't have that bad ASW. They'll do okay. They'll do okay. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. Hey! Watch streak! The streak continues. Well done, Timu. We do have the Americans as allies, so we'll see if they come into the war. Oh yeah, funds in the red. We don't need Lexington, which we probably need to halt construction of most of our capital ships for now. Convoy attack. Right. Large battle. What do the Russians have? What are we bringing? Let's have a look. Okay, we're bringing our entire carrier strength to bear against them. And they are, along with our battleship. And we don't know if they have aircraft or not. Now, it's a convoy attack, so we'll see how we go. Now, Japan still does own North Korea. Sorry, China still owns North Korea. And of course, we have our bases in Sakhalin as well. So we're not exactly operating outside of our area of control, and we do have subs here with us. So we'll see how we go. And we do have our battleships equipped with radar. They've improved search. Sadly, no fire control radar yet, which we are a bit behind on that. So we'll see how we go. Radar contact to the north. Can I engage on a radar contact? No. We need line of sight. So yeah, this is why in the early missile age it still bears fruit to have. See, I don't think either side actually has gunnery radar, so I don't know if we can actually engage. If I can get line of sight that's not radar contact, I can probably engage. Where's our recon? What are we doing? I want heavy cap, just in case. I'm going to expand our search pattern a little bit to the left, but I'm going to shrink it in a little bit. Give me two-phase search. Just for now. Okay. I think that will be the screen for the enemy convoy. Right, okay. Do we have any... Nope, no targets yet. Oh, okay, never mind. There's a target. Alright, CL. Kang Ding. Fire. It also clears all of her tubes of missiles. Well, that complicated things. We just opened up with every single... Well, not every single missile the fleet possesses, but we definitely opened up with a lot of them. Okay, missile hit. Missile hit. Okay, so that was... Wait a minute. This is a convoy protected by cruisers. Heck yeah, let's get some aircraft out here. Let's start bombing things. Heck yes, let's do it. I like this. This is a good idea. And we don't really need more torpedo bombers. Go! Yes. Also, yeah, these armored cruisers, are literally in the worst place they can be. None of our other ships have range. Luckily, though, they're armored cruisers under the guns of China's fast battleship. the last fast battleship that China... I'll probably ever build as China, actually. Like, they were commissioned in the 30s as follow-ons to our battle cruisers that are still in service. And they've gradually increased in speed from 25 through 26 now to 28 knots. And the one thing I will say about Chinese capital ships is that our gunnery seems to have been... seems to constantly be consistently good. Now, as far as I can tell, there has been no contact reports of any enemy carriers at all. Enemy cruisers are trying to come back in to defend the convoy. Not that that's really going to help them much. No, you can stay hitting that target instead. Now, they do have land-based aircraft, that's very true, but they don't have anything like the sort of... Okay, one of the Rostov-on-Don cruisers has been hit. That's good. They're some of the... They're fairly... They're equivalent to the light cruisers that I have, so they're equivalent to something like Nanchang. Although they're slightly bigger, and they have slightly better secondaries. But they're roughly equivalent. I wonder where the armoured cruisers went. I know there were some. Keeping our carriers well clear of where I think Russian land-based air will be. I mean, I think the aircraft will probably deal with the convoy. My primary goal here is to sink as many of the Russian light cruisers as I can with my capital ship. Take advantage of the fact that I've got a battleship here. And actually make use of the damn thing. Now that's a prize. Oh god, Jesus, the Russians still have those old things running around? Jesus, they are getting desperate. Must have pulled out of mothballs here in the Far East. They really are getting desperate. Oh, poor Rostov-on-Don. Oh, that's... Jesus. That was a long-range torpedo hit. Luckily, I managed to give them torpedo defense, so they were. So she's all right. She's a little bit slowed, but she's all right. There we go. And here comes the strike package to mop up any merchant ships that are. Well, here we go. Time for the convoy to be obliterated by air power. And unless I'm mistaken, that... Yeah, that'll be the enemy. Yeah, that'll be the armored cruisers coming back. Yeah. Well, time for... Yep, there we go. This is basically attack on Malta syndrome. That's what... Oh, my lord. Yep, there we go. The convoy is just being savaged by aircraft. Good lord. Oh, my god. The convoy has just been savaged by our aircraft. Oh, my lord. What a good way for the air wing to have come back out of reserve and mothballs to get their experience back than some target practice on Russian merchant shipping. What a brilliant thing to do. And I think that was a significant proportion of the Russian light cruiser and destroyer strength in the Far East as well that we may have just crippled. I'm also hoping that we'll be able to run significant mine-laying operations using our mine-laying submarines that we have. Jesus, both of those heavy cruisers have been hit by some torpedoes. Jesus, she only took 1 torpedo. She's already near to sinking. Then again, I think I did have to skimp on torpedo defense to actually get them in with the capabilities they had. So... Well, we sank 2 ships. That's good. I want to get the rest of the convoy, though, if I can. I don't know whether... And also that Orphe-class cruiser as well, I definitely want to get. Because that will actually bring me into light cruiser supremacy against the Russians. And that is something I absolutely want. Even if they've put 2 of my heavy cruisers in the yards for a significant period of time. No, she's not have ammunition for her guns. Jesus, yes, just nailed the Orphe with like a bunch of 16-inch AP rounds. Absolutely clobbered her. Yeah, but of course we'll pick up survivors. Like, I'm not a monster, I don't think. At least I hope I'm not a monster. There we go. Get the last of those merchants. Poor old Saratov-class corvettes and the T-38 class destroyers they're having a bad time. We've lost some destroyers, but nothing really that's significant enough to make me go... I've not lost any significant assets. We went in, attacked the convoy, and suffered basically no losses for it. I mean, Kang Ding's walked out of this going, so what, I don't care. Yeah, Kang Ding just walks out of this like an absolute unit going, yeah, now we win. And too right. I just wish I had more in the way of, oh, what's it called? Oh, come on. What's it called? Come on. Well, more capital assets wouldn't go amiss, for starters. There we go. And I think nighttime is... Did I imagine nighttime approaching? I must have done. Could have sworn it was. Oh well, never mind. Never mind, it's not so bad. Right. Back to Chinese Korea we go. What an idea this is. Enemy aircraft? Yeah, no, there's no enemy. Wait a minute. 1 CVL? I've not received any reports of light carriers outside of that. And this is why we have heavy cap. Exactly this. So far, we seem to be doing okay. Hmm. Yeah, our heavy cap aircraft are doing very well indeed. Yeah, they put the only 2 heavy cruisers into dry dock for an uncomfortable amount of time, but we sank 2 light cruisers, a destroyer, and all of the transports. Okay, there was a Russian light carrier out there somewhere, but we missed it. That's a shame. That is a real shame. Yeah, we need some of these subs to finish building. Yeah, actually, we need to hold construction on our subs, because right now what we need is, well, first we need to keep hitting the Russians in the Far East, first of all. That's what we do need to do. Okay. Light cruisers and destroyers. I forgot to set the missile stockpile to high. I forgot. We expended way too many missiles in that engagement. We don't have nighttime gunnery. We don't have... Oh, no, we do! We do have fire control radar. Do both of our cruisers have it? They do have... Okay. Both of our cruisers do have fire control radar. So I think they can engage to the range of their guns. I don't know if they can engage with... No, they can't engage with... Yeah, we can engage out to the range of our guns. Damn, okay, one of the enemy cruisers just took a torpedo hit. Damn, well done, Heng Shu. Well done indeed. Only if our control radar worked. Well, better than it does. Well, her rudder's down, jammed to starboard, but Nanchang and her sister ship are opening up with their 6-inch guns. If only I could... Wait, can I? Well, if Feiyu's gonna die anyway, then... minimum range for missile launch. Oh, she's steering into them rather than out of them. Oh, Feiyu, I just... Okay, now both sets of cruisers have taken torpedo hits. This is not good. We will break off the action. That is what we will do. Both sides have now taken torpedo hits. Both sides are probably going to be looking to... Okay, never mind. Okay, scratch one up for the Russian Navy. Good on them. Well played. To them. And we're headed back to Korea. Why? Because somebody's got to be. Yeah, well played to the Russians. I'll give them that. Good counterpunch. Okay, we've lost one sub and sank 7 enemy merchants, and that's just on prize rules alone. That's not... If I went to unrestricted submarine warfare, I could probably sink the... I could probably sink the Russian... A battleship engagement. Do the Russians have any battleships in the Far East? I don't think they do. And if they do, they're no match for Kang Ding. All their battleships are old ships armed with 14-inch guns. And if I want to just nope, I can just nope out of there. Like, quite literally. I have the speed to just choose to not. Okay. I'm gonna guess. Okay, Admiral Ishakov class cruiser. Ah, okay. So there's a Starvey. So the Admiral Ishakov is going to be engaged by 2 of our light cruisers. Ah, sod it. You know what? We'll absolutely mag dump her. Starvey is going to get the attention of all of Kang Ding's missiles. The destroyer is going to get 2 missiles. And the ship behind Admiral Ishakov is going to get missiles as well. And now those Russians are probably wishing they were pretty much anywhere else. Wow, all of the missiles. Okay, so it's a Kronstadt. So it's 2 of their armored. Oh no! Okay, no, never mind. It's 3 of their armored cruisers, not any of their battleships. Okay. I mean, it's a chance to knock off some of their armored cruisers, so I won't say no. Especially considering that one of them is the very, very dangerous Admiral Ishashenkov class. Are we still within missile range? We are. Okay. They're trying to get away. Rattle them, boys. Bugger, we missed. Come back here, you big cowards. Well, go forwards. We're trying our best to run them down. We are absolutely trying. If only I had my battle cruisers. Yeah, okay, we are okay, yeah, we're a bit too close to the land-based air power of Vladivostok. We will break off. Yeah, if that was any of the Russian battleships, they wouldn't have run. And if it was their battle cruisers, they would have stayed and fought because they are probably superior to Kang Ding. So yeah, we'll steam at 28 knots for a bit, and then once we're inside our own air cover, there we'll rest for a bit. It's probably only going to be an hour stream tonight. Basically out of the fact that I am very, very tired from work. So, yeah. Apologies, things are a little bit shorter than you're all used to. Like I said, I'm very tired from work. So, yeah, you'll have to excuse me. On that front. So we may only go for an hour. File a complaint to the complaints department. Oh, now you speak up as soon as I'm complaining about this. So I'm talking about the stream being short length. No interaction at all before Timu. Come on! I need my interaction. I can't talk to a quiet chat. Okay. I'm gonna bet Yep, I was exactly right. That's a Russian reinforcement task force on its way. Although for some reason they haven't transited via Suez. There are a bunch of Russian task groups spread out all over the world. For reasons I don't fully understand. Either way, we are winning. For want of a better term. Okay, we have our carriers. I know for a fact the Russians can't have any reinforcement carriers here yet. So this is a chance to inflict... This is a chance to kill a Russian light carrier before it gets any reinforcements or help. Most importantly, though, we need to get off a series of very rapid strikes. Against these incoming... The problem is I can't really waste too much. Yeah, it's going to be dusk, so both sides are going to be unable to conduct flight ops. So I basically need to get these strikes airborne as rapidly as I can. Basically just so that I can do something with these aircraft. Any money, those will be Russian heavy cruisers. Well, if they are, luckily... Then, there we go. Kronstadt class. Right. Give him. Yeah, right, okay. We need a flotilla attack. We can't stand here and face those 10-inch guns. We just can't. We've somehow got to play keep away. I hope the missiles would let us play keep away, but no, apparently not. Luckily, though, it does seem that we have been able to form up and get off that strike fairly quickly. And our destroyers are doing an absolutely heroic job getting torpedoes away, doing a proper Taffy 3. Jesus, good job, boys. Fucking hell. They just absolutely they just dumped torpedoes into the middle of that Russian force. And now there's a massive fuck-off airstrike coming in against it as well. I mean... That Kronstadt is not looking pretty hot. Like, 2 torpedoes to the face, she's not looking in the best shape. More torpedoes are out against the Russian task force. No hits, sadly. And here comes the cavalry. Torpedoes have been released. Yep. Now she's taken 2 torpedoes as well. I think another one has taken 2 torpedoes. Good lord. Oh my god. Okay, this is very bad. Okay. Yeah, the carriers... Yeah, the carriers might have just saved the convoy by dropping hell on these... on this pair of Russian armored cruisers. Just dropping absolute hell on earth on them. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not even mad. This is great. Oh, boys, give it to them. Jiminy Christmas, give it to them. Oh, baby, look at the size of that. Jesus. That's one way to make a dent in Russian numbers before they actually reach us. Jiminy Christmas. Please, 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 passers-by. We do not want them getting into contact in the night. If their radar's anything like ours, they shouldn't have done, though. They probably missed us, thank God. We can but hope. That's all the way to the south. Not coming near us. Nope, not coming near us, not closing. Thank God. The RN is controlling the Suez, but they're not allied to me, and they're not allied to the Russians, so it shouldn't really be a problem. Ah, poor Hengyang. Sorry you're working nights, Timo. I do sympathise. Like, working weird shifts is something that we all have to do occasionally, sadly. Well... the destroyer's got in some lucky torpedo hits. And then, of course, our lads did the work, TM. But it'll be interesting to see exactly what comes out of it. Because all the hits were against Kronstadt, and I don't know if it was against the stationary Kronstadt, if she ate all the torpedoes, or if her sister that was also in the task force also ate some torpedoes. Yeah, the pay is good. Yeah, no, I get that. I have certain things I will not do for no amount of money. Right, okay, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, it looks like one of them... Yeah, so Ochakov did eat... Oh, no, actually. No, actually, she was the one that took torpedoes and bombs from enemy aircraft. And the other one was just exceptionally heavily damaged by torpedoes. Or was it? Oh, no, she took a single torpedo hit. Okay. Then, hang on, then which one was it that took... Ah, there we go. Yeah, no, no, she's the one that took... Admiral Makarov, which is fitting to be out here, she took 2,000-pound bomb hits. One was hit on turret Y, and one was a dud. But we got away without damage. That was a victory. Well worth the taking. Honestly, the Navy can fight on if needed. We'll see what they say. Okay. The Spanish occupied Morocco. That's not really surprising. I would like my new carriers, but I can't afford it right now. I need the rebuilds of the battle cruisers in the fleet for this war. Like, absolutely. That is not a good idea. Yeah, good idea. That's good. Angled flight deck. Okay. No, we're not. We're not declaring war on Germany. Okay, one of our submarines torpedoed a Russian destroyer. Very good. They've lost 11 merchants this turn. And we've lost 3. You know, I'm beginning to think the Russians are not doing too well in this war. Well, Siha is back in the fleet. Siha has done some damage. She did... Remember, in the Battle of the Yellow Sea against the German Navy, she scored 25 main battery hits on Alsace, Friedhof, and König. Like, she's seen some action. Her sister, though, Wei Qing, is the one that's really seen action. Obviously, she was also at the Battle of the Yellow Sea and scored some gunnery hits on other things. Then, of course, she was in the other Yellow Sea battle, where we fought the Russians, of course, as well, previously. That was the first Sino-Russian War. Pity that all of the all the other ships went away. I think the US has some of our older ships, actually. Yeah. The battleship Missouri is an ex-Chinese ship. Wonder if they let us buy her back. It'd be nice if they would. Maybe. I think Japan also got... No, they didn't. Ah, Spain actually built a pair of squat but fairly effective fast battleships. Damn, Spain. Spain has 0 chill this game, it seems. What we could do with having more in the carrier department, though. And everyone seems to have a couple of large ships knocking around. I may end up designing and building one last large surface combatant for the fleet. Just one. No, that's not gonna work. No. 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 Give me something else, please. Fine, go to battle cruiser and I'll edit that instead. No, that's just Kangding again, but with extra steps. No, that's also just Kangding again, but with extra steps. Jesus Christ, it doesn't want to give me what I want. Fine. Okay, we will come back to that idea for a last generation of Chinese battleships later. Because the missile age isn't so far advanced that I can really do without them. It will probably be a blanket replacement for all 3 of the big gun surface combatants I have. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. Well, they're brave. Coming quite so near to the Chinese mainland as they are. even with the air forces they possess, the carrier strength they have, it's still fucking brave of them. Okay. Right. That is... Okay, that is close. That is very close. Okay. Right. We're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him aggressively hard. We're gonna drop... We're gonna drop the mother of all naval strikes on him. We are gonna hit him like a freight train. That is what we are gonna do. I'm going to drop the mother of all carrier strikes on him. We are going to hit them aggressively hard. Like, really hard. And we're going to hit him early. I'm basically going to follow my usual thing for carrier actions. As soon as the carriers are detected, you get things ready to launch. Yeah, all signs point to them being in that area. No, I'm going to stick to my guns. They're gonna be in that area. That's what the strikes are telling us. We're gonna launch. We're gonna go with heavy cap. Nice! Enemy what? It's a cruiser. It's not so bad. Well, I'm glad you found the... Okay. So we did... Okay. So something... Okay, light carriers, that's something, but still not really what I want. Okay, something got hit by a torpedo, that's good. This still doesn't really put me any closer to finding those enemy carriers. But yes, it savages the enemy surface group, but that really doesn't put me any closer to finding those Russian carriers. Which is really what I need to find right now. If I can't lock down and find those Russian carriers, we're going to have problems. We need to lock them down. We need to find them. Admittedly, I'm very glad that we were able to do as much damage to the enemy surface action group as we were able to do. However, that still doesn't really change the fact that we do not have eyes on the enemy carriers. Okay, the enemy carriers were apparently in that group, but my fighters and aircraft didn't manage to engage. Any new reports? No, nothing. Nothing new at all. How long till dusk? 5 hours. It's just enough time to do another set of scouting missions. And get off another strike. Come on. Gotta find these carriers. Let me find them. Come on. Yes! Thank you! Thank you, Naval Strike Aircraft. Operating from land bases. Thank you very much. Right, we've got them. We've found them. We've found the enemy carriers. And even though some of our aircraft did get chewed up, this is going to be a very, very heavily escorted strike. But it should be more than enough to deliver the knockout blow. And our Naval Station Wen Chao's getting in the first punch. Missiles have been launched. Bombs have been dropped. Something's been hit by a missile. Another thing's been hit by a missile. So the enemies are well south, well outside the operational area. So yeah, we have information on the enemy carrier. So I'm going to send half the strike force to go east and half of them to go. So basically, we're gonna hit both of those. Okay, so that is literal up-to-date information. That is only a couple of minutes old. So they are apparently still there. So yeah, one of them's going to hit there. And one of them's going to hit there. And we're going to try and see if we can, by hedging our bets, hit both. Okay. Okay, so we have up-to-date information again. Missiles were launched. Something else has been hit by a missile. This is good. Oh, and there goes the hammer of the Chinese Navy. Look at that. Look at that horde of aircraft going out. You love to see it. Go, my brave little angels. Go and deliver fleet's vengeance against the Russians. The Russians are literally feeding forces into a meat grinder to die. At this point. That is what's going on here. They're feeding things into this meat grinder to die. Hopefully, if this strike goes well, that will be the end of the Russian carriers. Yeah, and this is the thing. They have tried to hit our carriers. There's a reason why we operate a cap quite so heavy as we do. You might get in. You ain't getting out. Okay. Okay, I think, yeah, we found, have we found the enemy aircraft carriers? I hope we have. We found some destroyers, apparently, but no light cruisers. Been hit by a torpedo. What I can see, though, no. I think that is that CVL? Yes, it is. Okay, so yeah, we do. Enemy carriers are in sight. Our squadrons are coordinating, closing on the enemy carriers. Yep. Carriers have just been strafed. Torpedoes have been launched. Dive bombers coming in. Torpedo hit. Very good. Because of the heavy escort, our guys are getting good attacks away against the enemy carriers. This is good. This is good. Very nice indeed. Good job, boys. Very nice. Home for tea and medals. Well done, chaps. Well done. Home for tea and medals. Goodbye, Timu. Have a good day at work. Tea and medals. Excellent. Home and tea. Once you deserve it. Well done, chaps. Oh, I bet you that's them trying to bombard the fucking thing. Any money. That was a lot of torpedo and missile hits and a lot of bomb hits. I don't know how much damage we did to the fleet. It'll be interesting to see, though. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, they're trying to go after some of our coastal merchant convoys. It's annoying, but hey-ho. It is what it is. It was worth it to catch them in a decisive carrier action and sink their carriers. I have to see, though, how we go. Okay, let's see what the scoreboard is, shall we? 1 damaged heavy cruiser, 1 damaged carrier, and 3 sunk merchant ships for the loss of 1 of Russia's very valuable heavy cruisers, medium damage to a light carrier, and 2 destroyers. Okay. So Kerch was sunk. She took... So she evades air attack, she takes a torpedo hit, and that just sinks her through progressive flooding. The CVL takes a torpedo hit. But she's otherwise okay. Our carrier basically has a machinery casualty, and that's all. Another Russian cruiser takes a near miss from a 1,000-pound bomb. That's strange. I know we scored a ton of bomb hits. Was it the Russian destroyers that were taking the brunt of it? Looks like it. Yeah. Oh. Apparently we mined a Russian submarine as well. Yeah. Yeah. Not as good as I would have liked, but still, a victory is a victory. Another Battle of Shanghai to add to the belt. And another 4 enemy merchants sunk. And with that, that's where we're going to leave it. I'm sorry for the short, sharp stream, but, well, tired, sadly. I cannot, yeah, you see my brain, it's just, yeah, it's not. But yeah, so we've really kicked off that war in style. The Russian light cruiser force is pretty much within shouting distance now. The Russian armored cruiser force is in a very bad way. I mean, we're doing the same thing we did to them last time. We are really quite heavily committing to sinking their ships, as we did last time. But yeah, take care, everyone. I hope you've all had a fantastic time, and I'll catch you all next stream, which, if you're on Twitch only, will be Sunday.